Good morning, my dear students. Today we will discuss chemistry chapter 5 chemical bond. From this chapter, today I will discuss the creative question. So everybody must write the question in your classwork copy. Okay, let's start. I have written a question. The atomic number of X, Y and Z are 20, 17 and 6. These are the atomic number, everybody know. If the atomic number is 20, then it is calcium. If the atomic number is 17, then it is chlorine. If the atomic number is 6, then it is carbon. Now we have to answer what is covalent bond. Number 1. Then we have to answer sulfur shows variable valency. We have to explain. Then number C, we have to explain the bond formation of Y2. I told what is Y, it is chlorine, so Y2 will be Cl2. Then XY2 is dissolved into water, but ZY4 is not dissolved into water. We have to explain. So now XY2, that means it is calcium and it is chlorine. So it will be calcium chloride. Then it is ZY4, that means it is carbon, and Y means it is chlorine. So it will be carbon tetrachloride. Okay. Everybody write the question. Okay, now number A, this was covalent bond. The question was what is covalent bond? So the bond which is formed by sharing electrons in between two non-metal atoms is called covalent bond. Okay, first question was what is covalent bond? I have written the answer. The bond which is formed by sharing electrons in between two non-metal atoms. For example, in water molecule, hydrogen and oxygen, these are two non-metal atoms. So the bond which is formed by covalent bond, it is covalent compound. So water is a covalent compound. Then chlorine, it is a covalent compound. Then CCl4 carbon tetrachloride, this is a covalent compound. That means the bond among hydrogen and oxygen, it is covalent bond. Chlorine, chlorine, covalent bond. Carbon and chlorine, these are covalent bonds. Okay. Okay, now number B, it is told that we have to explain that sulfur shows variable valency. We know that there are some elements, they have more than one valency. This is called variable valency. Some elements, they have more than one valency. This is called variable valency. Now sulfur, everybody see that 16. This is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3px2, 3py1, 3pz1. Okay, at normal state, the electronic configuration of sulfur is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. Then, okay, now everybody see that 16. Here sulfur contains two unpaired electron. For this reason valency is 2. Now at exciting state, state sulfur 16, so it is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3px2, 3py1, 3pz1. Now in the third energy level there are 3d orbital also. So 3d xy, from one electron from x orbital it will go to the d orbital. Now there are 4 unpaired electron. For this reason, as there are 4 unpaired electron, so here valency is 4. Again, from s orbital one electron will go another d orbital. So this is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1, 3px1, 3py1, 3pz1, 3dxy it is 1, 3dyz it is also 1. Now in this case sulfur contains 6 unpaired electron. For this reason valency is 6. So we have seen that sulfur shows valency 2, valency 4, valency 6. So for this reason sulfur shows variable valency. As the third energy level there are d orbitals, empty d orbitals. So electron are going there and making unpaired electrons. For this reason sulfur shows variable valency. Okay. Okay, now number C, it is given the element in the stem is Cl. Now we have to explain the bond formation of Cl2. We have to explain the bond formation of Cl2, that means it is chlorine. So the element in the stem, it was indicated by 17 number, so we know that 17 atomic number, it is chlorine. Now we have to explain the bond formation of chlorine. Everybody see that chlorine, the electronic configuration of chlorine is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. Okay, now if we draw the diagram then it will be understandable. So I will draw two chlorine. First one, it is nucleus of chlorine, then first electron, first energy level 2 electrons, second energy level 8 electrons, then third energy level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So altogether 17 electrons. Now plus, so it is chlorine atom, another chlorine atom, it is the nucleus, first energy level 2 electron, second energy level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then third energy level, this is 1 electron, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now this is also chlorine atom. So now these two chlorine atom, they will share these two electron. These two electron they will share and make a bond. Then it will be, this is first energy level, then second energy level, then third energy level. In third energy level they will, the chlorine, two chlorine atom will share, this is one chlorine atom. Now another chlorine atom, it is the first energy level, second energy level. Now third energy level. So this is another chlorine, two single atoms. And this is 2 electrons, 2 electrons, 2 electrons. So this is Cl2. Okay, now in this case the two chlorine atoms, they share the electron and make a bond or form a bond, that is covalent bond, and the molecule is formed, that is Cl2. Okay, see that. So how the Cl2 molecule is formed? By covalent bond, and for this reason it is covalent molecule. Okay, now number D, it is given XY2. So this one I told you that it is calcium chloride, and another one is given Z, another one is given ZY4, ZY4. This is CCl4, carbon tetrachloride. Okay, so okay, it is told that XY2. So in the stem X is calcium and Y is chlorine, and again in the stem Z is carbon and Y is chlorine. So it is calcium chloride and it is carbon tetrachloride. It is told that this one is dissolved into water, but this one is not dissolved into water. We have to explain. So calcium chloride, it is an ionic compound, but CCl4 CCl2 is an ionic compound, CCl4 is a covalent compound. We know that ionic compounds, if we give in water or aqueous solution of calcium chloride, then it will be ionized Ca2 plus and Cl minus, like this. Calcium chloride, it will be ionized in water, that means Ca2 plus Cl minus, like 2. Okay, then how it will be dissolved in water? See that if calcium chloride is added to water, then 2 plus, this is the positive ion, and water, it is a polar compound. Everybody know that water, it is like this, hydrogen, so this one is del plus, this one is minus, and this one is plus. So it is a polar compound. So if the ionic compound is mixed with the polar compound, then it is dissolved like this. So water molecules, this is positive part and this is negative part. So negative part will come to the nearer to the positive part, then it is like this, del minus, del plus, then it is hydrogen, it is del minus, delta plus, then oxygen, hydrogen, delta plus, delta minus. So this way the calcium, it is positive, the negative part of the water will accumulate around the calcium, then chloride ion, it will be hydrogen, positive part of water, it will, then it is del minus, then hydrogen, delta plus, delta minus, then hydrogen, oxygen, delta plus, delta minus, then hydrogen, this is another water molecule. So now the calcium ion, it will be calcium ion, it is positive, so negative part of water will come, then it is chloride ion negative, the positive part of the water will come, then calcium chloride will be dissolved in the water. But in case of carbon tetrachloride, it is not making the positive and negative ion, then it is not dissolved in the water. Okay. Okay, now creative question number 2. I have written the question, everybody see. I have written here element and it is atomic number. A8, that means oxygen. B15, that means phosphorus. Then C16, that means sulfur. And D17, that means chlorine. Now we have to write the answer. What is radical? Number B, calcium chloride conducts electricity. We have to explain. Then number D, we have to draw the diagram of the compound A and C element. So A and C, that means sulfur and oxygen. So it will be sulfur dioxide. Then how many lone pair and bond pair electrons are there? We have to write and analyze the answer. Then octet rule is not applicable for the compound BD5. So BD5, that means it is phosphorus pentachloride. Okay, now the answer of creative question number 2A, that means it was what is radical? The group of atoms which act like a single atom or ion is called radical. Example, this is sulfate SO4 2 minus, then carbonate CO3 2 minus, like this. Okay, number B, the question is calcium chloride conducts electricity. We have to explain. We know that electricity, actually it is the flow of electron. Calcium chloride in aqueous solution, it breaks up and produces calcium 2 plus and chloride ion. Calcium ion and chloride ion, these two ions moves freely in the solution. So chloride ion, it is attracted by anode and by donating electron it produces chlorine gas, and calcium ion, it is attracted by cathode and by receiving electron or accepting electron it produces calcium. So for example, I am writing the reaction. 2 chloride ion, it donates 2 electron, then it produces chlorine gas. So it is in the anode, I have written anode reaction. Then in the cathode, Ca calcium 2 plus, it receives that 2 electron and form calcium metal. Okay, so for the flow of electron, the electricity is produced. Okay, now number C, it is given that, so we know that one element is sulfur, another one is oxygen. So sulfur and oxygen, the compound is sulfur dioxide. Now we have to draw the diagram of sulfur dioxide molecule and we have to find out the lone pair electron and bond pair electron. So at first we have to write the electronic configuration of sulfur, it is 16. So it is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4. Then oxygen, it is 8, 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Okay, now if we draw, it is like this, it is sulfur, first energy level 2 electrons, then second energy level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then third energy level, in this energy level electron will share. So there are 6 electrons. Now oxygen, first energy level 2 electrons. Now the second energy level, it will share 2 electrons with sulfur, then 1, 2, 3, 4. So here also it is oxygen. First energy level, it contains 2 electrons. Then second energy level, it will share electrons with sulfur. Then so this is oxygen atom, this is oxygen atom, and this is sulfur atom. So it is, the compound is sulfur dioxide here. Okay, now these are the bond pair electron. So how many bond pair electron are there? Bond pair 1, 2, 3, 4. Bond pair equal 4. Now lone pair equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lone pair equal 5. So in the sulfur dioxide we have seen that sulfur and oxygen, they share electron and bond forms, but in case of oxygen it is octet fulfilled. In case of oxygen it is octet fulfilled, but in case of sulfur there are 10 electrons in outermost energy level, 4, 4, then 2. So it is octet extension occur here, and we find out the lone pair electrons and bond pair electrons. This is the bond pair electron and this is the lone pair electron. So we have seen that bond pair electrons 4 and lone pair electrons, lone pair LONE, lone pair electrons, these are 5. Okay. Okay, now number D, it is written BD5. That means this is phosphorus pentachloride. So now the question is, in the phosphorus pentachloride, it is octet rule is applicable or not? We have to explain the answer. In case of phosphorus and chlorine, first of all we have to write the electronic configuration. All of you see that it is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. So let's see. So it will be 3. Now chlorine, it is 17. So phosphorus will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p3. In case of chlorine, it is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. Okay, now we will see how the phosphorus and chlorine, they form the bond. Okay, first of all I am drawing phosphorus. It is first energy level 2 electrons. Then second energy level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the third energy level 1, 2, 3, 3, then 4, then 5. So 5 electrons in the outermost energy level of phosphorus. Now chlorine is 7 electrons. Now we will draw here chlorine, first energy level 2 electrons, second energy level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the third energy level, it will share 1 electron with phosphorus. So now octet is fulfilled for chlorine. Now here this is chlorine nucleus, first energy level 2 electrons, second energy level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the third energy level, it will share 1 electron. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8. Now here chlorine, first energy level 2 electrons, second energy level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the third energy level, it will share one electron. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now it is octet fulfilled. Now in here chlorine first energy level 2 electrons. Now the second energy level 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now the third energy level, it share one electron here, then 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now here chlorine 1, first energy level 2 electrons, second energy level 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now the last, it is sharing one electron. So in this case all of you see that all the chlorine octet is fulfilled. Chlorine 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 octet is fulfilled. But in case of phosphorus, this is phosphorus, last energy level 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So in case of phosphorus, octet rule is not followed. Dear students, today I have discussed two creative questions from chapter 5 chemical bond. So you must learn the creative questions and you must take preparation properly. Okay. Thank you everybody.